Good morning, CG. I'm Kate.
And I'm Bryn.
This is your CGTV broadcast for Friday, November 15th.
This year, the school adopted a new parking policy, limiting parking passes to only juniors and seniors, excluding sophomores, who in years past were allowed to get parking passes. This is a result of the growing number of students and the limited parking spots available. But as the school year has gone on, more sophomores have obtained their license, and rumors of sophomores making replica parking passes have circulated. We went out during 7th period on Wednesday to count the number of open spots to see if it was possible for sophomores to get parking passes, and we only counted 50 to 75 spots unoccupied.
Okay, so if we find that a student has a counterfeit parking pass, there's lots of different things that could happen. One, there's a potential for a ticket from CGPD. Probably the bigger consequence is your name would go down as someone that when you are a junior or senior wouldn't be eligible to get a legitimate parking pass. The parking pass rule is there because we just don't have enough spots, especially as the school year goes on. Once the new academic pavilion is completed, there's going to be another parking lot. So then we won't have this issue of not enough parking. But there's, a specific reason as to why we had to limit that this year. And if people don't follow the policy, then they're going to get a ticket or lose their parking or their driving privileges.
If you see someone with a fake parking pass, you can report it to the dean's office. And remember, as a sophomore, you should not be driving to school unless given an exception otherwise.
This year, the swim team have gained new technology that enables for athletes to receive real-time feedback through an earpiece during practice. Nikhil Iyer and Jack Udrsalz bring us the story.
Recently, the swim team has invested in underwater headset technology. The headsets can give coaches the opportunity to provide instant feedback.
We have 36 sets of these earpieces that the athletes wear. They wear them around the back of their neck, over their ear, where this sits right in front of the bone, or sits on the bone in front of their ear. They use the vibrations to communicate or send the communication and the sound to the athletes. The coaches wear a transmitter, just a simple transmitter that sends the Bluetooth to the earpieces. But that way, it gives the coaches a opportunity to talk and give direct feedback to the athletes immediately. In our sport, usually the athlete has their face in the water for a while, and sometimes the feedback we give them is well beyond the time that the mistake or the error has happened. So this gives us the chance to give immediate feedback, and they can adjust it right then and there on the spot. We get more and more athletes in here. The noise level is pretty high, and so this way, as we've already learned that coaches don't have to project their voice or yell across the pool. We can talk at a normal level, and the athletes can hear us.
Though the technology is great, there are some difficulties, but swimmers have generally enjoyed having the new technology.
Right now, we've discovered that it's really difficult. Like, we have a large group setting. Two coaches talking on one channel creates some interference, and that's an issue. But we definitely can break them up. Like I said, we have 36 earpieces, so we can divide the athletes up and put them on different channels.
At first, I thought it was going to be uncomfortable because it goes around your ears and sits like on this part of your ear. But it was nice to hear my coach talking to me underwater.
This is Jack Udrsalz, back to the studio.
Thanks, guys.
Sophomore Eli Ashbaugh has been doing Taekwondo for 5 years, and he is now an instructor at Greenwood Christian Martial Arts. Noah Poston and Andrew Burrell bring us the story on this unique job.
Sophomore Eli Ashbaugh uses his skills to teach younger students Taekwondo.
I'm Mr. Ashbaugh. I'm a level 1 instructor. I'm a first degree black belt at Greenwood Christian Martial Arts, and I'm about to test for my second degree black belt.
As a teacher, Eli leads his students in stretching and warm-ups, and then teaches a variety of skills.
We teach a few things. We teach them how to do forms, we teach them self-defense, and we teach them sparring. Here what we do is we allow punches to the head and kicks to the head. We allow pretty much anywhere above the belt with your hands or your feet. So there's continuous sparring, and then there's point sparring. Continuous is just you spar until the instructor says to stop, but point is how it works is you go kick to the head is 3 points, punch anywhere is 2 points, and then a kick to the stomach or body is 2 points. And it's just You spar for 2 minutes, and then whoever has the most points by those 2 minutes wins.
One thing they teach is something called forms, which is a sequence of movements in a specific order.
We do forms here. They look pretty weird without knowing what they are. So forms, it's more of like a way of practicing. It's not practical if you were to get into a fight, but it's really focusing power and control, flexibility and focus. It's mainly just our way of practicing and showing that you know all these things.
Over the course of 2 years, Eli has grown as an individual and leader.
I definitely think that Eli's had a massive improvement in his confidence, because when you're first starting to become a leader, it's really hard to know how to teach different personality types. And watching Eli, he can really pick up on that quickly and go from one student to the next student knowing how to teach with them.
Through his journey of teaching, Eli has learned many leadership skills and gained respect for teachers. This was Noah Poston and Andrew Burrell. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, guys.
Another sophomore, Dane Van Dyke, uses his free time to compete in go-kart races. Andrew Burrell brings us the story with Preet Prenshall.
Dane Van Dyke does a unique sport, go-karting. Dane was introduced to go-karting at a very young age.
So when I was about 6 years old, my dad took me to a go-kart track. And I just kind of fell in love with it right there. I just really, really, really wanted to do with it, and we ended up doing it, and here I am now. I've been doing it for about 9 years, and I love it.
Dane's dad didn't just introduce him to go-karting. He is also his go-karting coach.
Well, I do have a coach. He's my dad. He helps me prepare by making some decisions with the info I give him, with how the cart's set up, and helps just by watching other people and me, see where people get away from me or catch me through some corners, so he can tell me what I'm doing wrong, and that really, really helps. Without him, I wouldn't be as successful as I am currently, and I don't know where I'd be without him today.
Before each race, Dane has a way to prepare.
Usually we do some practicing, and that includes us going on the track and sometimes looking at the data that we get from it. I usually run about maybe 100 laps on the layout before we do race day. And that helps me just understand the track and what I'm supposed to be doing, like break points and all that. And in those 100 laps, you learn a lot about the track and the kart. So we can make adjustments with the kart so it better fits the track.
Dane has made many friends along his go-karting journey.
It's also just like the friends I meet along the way. Like I have a bunch of buddies that race with me, and I have a great time with them. And we race each other really hard, we race each other clean, and well, we just have a bunch of fun.
At his most recent race, he got 5th, but he is looking to restore his dominance in upcoming races. This is Preet Prenshall and Andrew Burrell. Back to the studio.
Thanks, guys.
Craftsman Club is another way many students spend their after-school hours. Noah Poston brings us a story on how this club benefits students in careers.
Craftsman Club provides students with hand-on experience, preparing them for careers and skilled trades. Students in Craftsman Club learn a lot about tools and basic skills that will benefit them in their careers.
It teaches the kids that they can build, they can be creative, they can have pride in their work, they can actually see what they've done, they can use all their senses and create something that is special to them, or a wonderful gift for a loved one or a friend. Of course, at the very beginning of the year, we teach the basics, certainly the math, the measuring. Safety is always a very big part of this program, especially when we have so many students in here and so many power tools. Safety is the most important thing in here. But the main thing is trying to keep the kids on task and keeping them busy, completing their project.
Students in the club also think that Craftsman Club benefits their future careers.
If you want to do like woodworking, then it's a lot of experience and it's more like hands-on stuff. So when you get on to their future careers, if you want to continue it, then you already know what you're kind of doing. You learn most of the basics first. It's like how to use like all the tools, tool safety, and then you can get more into the complex stuff of building like rafters or like roofing, stuff like that.
I've learned a lot of techniques in building things and how to use a majority of construction tools.
Craftsman Club gives students a feeling of independence they don't get in class, similar to the freedom they might experience in a career.
The main thing I like is I kind of get to do my own thing. I meet up with a whole bunch of friends. We come down here, work on some projects.
The ability that I can just make pretty much anything I want. I'm good friends with Mr. Warner, so I come in. If I have an idea, he pretty much lets me make it, depending on what it is, obviously. But it's the free range to make whatever. Plus, the tools are nice.
I like Craftsman Club because it gives kids, whether they're my students or not my students, an opportunity to bring their ideas in, and together we can build something that they will enjoy, they will take pride in. Helps teach kids skills, like I said, even if they're not in my class.
In Craftsman Club, students learn basic skills in a workshop setting, and it gives them independence. Both these things ultimately contribute to experience that could benefit a career in the trades. This is Noah Poston. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Noah. That's all we have for you today. Follow us on Instagram at CG Trojaneer and at Trojaneer Sports for daily news updates, or visit our website at trojaneer.com. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.